Blackstone Audio presents Death on the Sapphire, a Lady Frances Ffolkes mystery by R.J. Koreto. This book is read by Justine Eyre. To my daughters, Katie and Sophie, who are as good and brave as Lady Frances. Chapter 1. London, 1906. The surprising coda to the tragic death of Major Danny Colcombe, a restless war hero, capped what was already an especially busy day for Lady Frances Ffolkes. The morning had been taken up writing a speech on women's suffrage in her capacity as chair of the Outreach Committee of the League for Women's Political Equality. Next was following up on arrangements for the Ladies' Christian Relief Guild's soup kitchen in the East End. She had also made an appointment for what would no doubt be a tedious meeting with Henry Wheaton, the family solicitor. Ever since moving out of the family home and into Miss Plimsoll's residence hotel for ladies, she had started taking care of her own finances. A dull task, but rather liberating nonetheless for an independent woman. But moving out hadn't meant cutting ties, and she had just finished dining with her brother and sister-in-law. The three were relaxing in the drawing room of the Ffolkes' house in London. Cook had made several dishes Lady Frances especially favoured in honour of her visit, and now Frances sipped a little port, feeling good about all she had accomplished that day, and well rewarded to be lounging in comfort with close family. It was so delightful to see Charles and Mary exchanging fond looks 3 months after their wedding. That Frances had introduced them to each other pleased her on several levels. A loving wife for her dear brother, a devoted husband for her great friend Mary, plus the fact that Frances was now able to resign her job of running the family household. She had done it with great efficiency, as she did all her tasks, but did not particularly like it. Mary, by contrast, stepped cheerfully into the role of Marchioness, happily managing the Seaforth estate with both pleasure and competence. As Charles, the consummate diplomat, would put it, everyone won. Charles was talking enthusiastically about politics, as his father used to before him. His marriage wasn't the only thing making him happy. With the 20th century barely begun, the Liberals were back in power in Parliament, and the new Prime Minister had given him the much-coveted position as Under-Secretary for European Affairs. Cumberland, the butler, entered the room. No doubt he'd start clearing, and soon Frances would collect her maid from downstairs and head to her rooms at Miss Plimsoll's. "I beg your pardon, my lord, my ladies," he said, "but Miss Colcombe has called." "Miss Colcombe? Cat Colcombe? She's downstairs, at this hour?" asked Charles. "Yes, my lord. She indicated—"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?